What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another episode where I interview people just like yourself who have a passion and expertise, something they want to share with you in order to give you a little piece of knowledge, make you a little bit more aware of the world around you, and to hopefully entertain you. So today I have one of my good friends, Jake. This is a real special episode for me. I'll let him introduce himself real quick.
My name is Jake Fagan. I am an economics student at the University of Maryland, and I'm currently a senior.
Cool. So what are you most excited about in life right now?
Wow, that's a big question. I guess becoming the man I want to be in the world.
Okay.
I've had like really big goals and ambitions my whole life, and I'm starting to see myself grow into that guy. I was watching Matthew McConaughey. He had an acceptance speech where he's talking about how he's always chasing who he's going to be 10 years down the line, and he sets these ridiculous expectations of that guy, so he can never quite catch him. But that keeps him running towards something, and for me, it's really cool to like have goals and try to go after them.
Cool. Now, what would you consider yourself an expert in?
I think I'm an expert at people. I don't know exactly how. Like I'm not I've never studied it. I have no real background in psychology or anything. I've just always been very interested and fascinated with people. I guess that's what I'm an expert in. I'm an expert in curiosity.
In curiosity,
and,
I like
and
that.
I'm very interested in people. Are my main focus of curiosity. You know how people say people watching? I'm not a huge people watcher myself. Like I don't go to the beach and like stalk people, but I love like studying great men and women throughout history. I love what I call freaks like me and you, like what we talk about, how we're very passionate about whatever we're doing, and how you're so passionate about your pursuits as a High5 guy. I love watching that. So that's what I'm an expert in. I'm very curious, and I'm an expert in curiosity.
I like how you put that twist of curiosity on it, 'cause I've had a lot of people who say they're expert in people, and like it's always interesting to hear. Like I've never thought so many people would say that, but it's interesting to hear it. So for somebody who wants to start being more aware of the world around them, learning more about different people, that kind of thing, like what's one piece of advice? Like what's the one thing you'd want them to know about curiosity or about people or about being more aware?
No, that's a great question. I want them to be more proud of themselves. So a lot of times we have like very self-deprecating thoughts where we look up to others, but we'll put ourselves down, and we don't trust our own guts, our own intuitions. And people really respond to other people who are very passionate about their own things and their own goals. So you can accomplish a lot more with your curiosity if you do have your own goals and you are confident and passionate about them, because then people will be more inspired to help you and answer your questions and listen to you because you got something going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's huge with curiosity, is that don't be afraid of being passionate. And just because you don't know, I mean, that's the whole basis of curiosity. That's what brings out curiosity. Is like you're looking at this world and it's such a big, beautiful, but scary and awesome place where you're like, and to try to figure this stuff out, you got to use curiosity. And I think it's the birth point of everything that's ever happened in the world. You have to start with curiosity.
Yeah, so with curiosity, really, you have to be okay with not knowing.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. You're not going to know everything, and that's the whole point of it. Okay. And I'm also glad you brought up the self-deprecating point, because like, whenever I ask the question of, like, what are you an expert in? People go, I'm not an expert in anything. Like, I wouldn't say I'm an expert. You said you don't want to be arrogant.
I don't want to be arrogant,
but that's, people don't understand. To me, it's all really relative. It's, like, all relative. So, like, you might not be like an expert like Warren Buffett is, but you are an expert compared to me. Like there's something that you know more about than me or the person sitting next to you and that kind of thing. And so that's why this is an opportunity for us to learn from people who are just like ourselves, who have something that they know a little bit more about. Because I'm sure you spend lots of time, like you said, learning about curiosity and people and stuff like that. And I might not have the time to learn all about that, but I can benefit from talking to you a little bit. So that's kind of the goal of this.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I 100% agree with that sentiment. I also think that curiosity is a learned trait, like you said. You can explore it. My family friends used to call me Larry King growing up. I'm serious. I mean, they would make fun of me, and I wasn't trying to be annoying. I probably was, but I'm curious. I was just interested, and I think anyone could be interested. And just because I don't have my own field of expertise, like Warren Buffett does investing or financial markets, I think my curiosity helped me develop that. And I think that's great. I think curiosity is the main point of your whole show right now. People are curious about what other people are doing, and there's a lot of cool people in the world, and I'm definitely down to keep watching your videos and really explore what you're doing.
So for somebody who wants to get more into curiosity, like what's their first step? What should they do?
Start thinking about people you admire. Start thinking about things that you want to accomplish. And start thinking about yourself. I know that sounds weird with curiosity, but it definitely has to start with self-awareness, and that exploration of self is huge in anything that's curious, because you'll be most curious what is innately yourself, what's innately inspiring to you, what drives you. Steve Jobs said something along the lines of, follow your intuitions and your dreams, because, at some aspect of you, they kind of already know what's going on. You kind of already know what you want to be in the world, and that if you get stuck with the status quo, you're going to be stuck there. And that's where curiosity can help you break through the barriers of status quo, break through the barriers of your own self and your own self-limiting ideas, and use, people or things. I really like people. Like I said, I like studying great people. But if you get really inspired by an idea like curing cancer, or I don't know, one of those other big Mars missions, you want to put someone on Mars, you want to go work for Elon Musk, let that drive you and let that drive your curiosity. And I think that, that'll lead you right in the right direction.
Yeah, and when you brought up, finding people that you admire, I mean, the goal, I guess, is to get to know them a little bit, maybe, and stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be a big famous person. I mean, of course, everybody has big famous people, but you want somebody who's just like a friend, somebody maybe just a couple years older who you admire, that you can kind of get to know a little bit better.
Oh, 100%. So I always like that phrase where you're the top 5 people who you're closest with. And so if you don't have those people in your life, like you said, you can pick a big famous person, go get an autobiography, read up on everything you can about them, watch those Netflix documentaries, whatever you want. But it's way better to find someone in real life than normal people, and who's doing something similar to what you want to be doing. And that for me is crucial. Just seek them out, try to study them. Don't invade their personal space. Don't be stalkers, but let them know that you're interested and you want to learn. And what I've found is that most people, as long as you're not annoying, are very open to it and will try to teach you what they do know, because they like it. They know it because they like it.
And I call those normal people just unique individuals, really, is what I say.
Unique individuals is true.
Because we're all unique individuals.
Snowflakes.
Yeah, there you go. So what's something that you're really passionate about? Maybe like a cause, an initiative, or something that you've heard that you think more people should be aware of?
For me personally, not like sob story stuff. I'm like a big cancer guy. I've had a lot of close experiences with that. I've had a lot of people who are in my life who are very passionate about either solving cancer in the medical field, which we do have some people doing research who I know and I'm very close with, but also just like donating money and donating to the Jimmy Fund. The PAMAS Challenge has always been a big part of my life. Shout out Andy Iliopoulos. God bless, rest in peace. That's my role model.
What's something about cancer that find shocking that really you think would?
Well, that can affect anyone in your life at any time. So another person, my brother, had a brain tumor, and it was benign, which pretty much means it's not growing past the central location where the cancer formed. So any malignant tumor formation of cells growing in your brain is a bad thing. It's a cancerous tumor. It's a cell in your body that's just been killed by a disease. But malignant tumors are what's very dangerous and can kill you. And luckily my brother didn't have that. But it was still a scary, scary experience. And it can just happen to anyone.
So are you saying that anybody can get, it's not genetic or anything? It's
Oh no, I'm sure that there are genetic predispositions, and if you sit out in the sun all day, you're definitely going to develop melanoma.
But you're saying anybody who lives a happy life or a healthy life could
you hear it all the time.
Okay.
You hear it all the time. They have beautiful families, they just get married, they have little kids, and boom, cancer hits someone. Or you see the little kids in the hospital sick, and that eats me up. I hate little kids sick. That's the biggest thing. It just happens, and that's what's scary to me.
Well, thank you for sharing. Now, to end on a fun note.
Please let's get away from
when
that.
I say successful, who or what comes to mind?
Successful, my father and my mother.
Explain a little bit.
Great marriage, very passionate about what they do. And also, though they're independently successful, and right, I've had to grow up and kind of acknowledge that and be like, wow, my parents are really cool people in the world, independent of them just being my parents and like people who like cook me dinner and stuff and like wash my clothes. At least not anymore. Life. But they're just really successful people independently of that, but they're also the most down-to-earth type of people who, shout out Maura McIntyre, they're over her house right now, like they're cleaning and doing all this stuff, like moving her house out, having a good time, having dinner with her, and I mean, that's just like moving their friend's house out. But like my parents will do anything for any of their friends at like the drop of a dime, and that to me is like one of the most inspiring things. So it's like another thing to be one of the people you love and care about can depend on. Gotcha. And that's definitely who I want to be.
If you had a fortune, like $1 billion, what would you trade that all for in return?
100 billion.
That's a good answer. I like that. We're keeping that.
No. It's, if I had $100 billion, no, I just want that to be my fortune.
That's good though. Nobody would say that.
I would want to go down as the greatest philanthropist of all time. I want to go down as the greatest giver. I mean, I definitely want to set myself and my family up, have like a nice little suburban house somewhere and a cool little toy car to fool around with. But I think I would love to trade that in for the reputation and like the legacy of being one of the greatest givers and like protectors of other people that's ever like.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's ever been around. Yeah.
So, last question. One of my favorite questions. If you had a billboard that you could put anywhere in the world and put anything on it, where would you put it and what would you put on it?
Probably have a picture of Will Ferrell.
Okay.
And just says a sign, everybody love everybody. And then I'd have some type of catchy joke that somebody who's a little bit more witty and intelligent than me could write under it. Okay. And I could kind of like play off the sarcasm, but like, I don't know, just brighten people's day. Kind of like what you do at the High5. Like, it'd just be like a funny sign, but that would kind of be like, stop being a jerk. Like, life's too short for that. Like, just care about other people.
There you go. Well, there you guys go. That's another interview where I interview people, too many interviews there, but interview people just like yourself who are unique individuals, have something that they're passionate about, something that they're an expert in, and that you want to share with other people. So, if you guys like this video, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another upload. I'll be interviewing people for as long as I can see into the future. And also, guys, if you think somebody else could really benefit from this or really enjoy it, please hit the share button because my goal is to reach as many people as possible and impact as many lives as possible. So, please hit the subscribe button, share with somebody you know, and until next time, high five!